Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to this Wednesday. As usual, I'm getting weird messages. Wouldn't be my lives without getting weird messages before I start. Oh, Facebook's got like a new message. It's come up. It says, "You're now live." So I've got that. So I'm definitely live. So I'm going to say hello again just in case you didn't get my first hello. So hello, everyone. If you're here, I'm saying a big hello to you. If you're going to be joining me soon, I'm also saying a big hello to you. So I'm here today. My name's Hem. I am the Self-Love Self-Care System Angel Lady, and I'm the Angel Connector. And I'm here to do the readings for November. Now, I am getting my usual message, which is that the keyframe is too low, but we have found that even though I'm a bit pixelated, the recording still comes up. So I'm hoping that I'm still here for you. So I have a few things that I want to say, a few kind of announcements, logistics, things like that I want to talk about before I go into the readings today. So the first thing is that from January, I'm going to do these a little bit differently. So they'll still be once a month, but they'll be on any old day, depending on when I feel that it's right. Maybe weekends, just to see if I can get a few more people to join in, because it'd be lovely to actually have some people live while I do this. Also, I'm going to change the way I do the readings. So I normally have like one set of cards per week, right, when I do the monthly readings. And then at the end, I do a monthly card. Now, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm only going to use one deck of oracle cards, which are going to be for the whole month, and also for any pick a card readings. And the monthly card, yes, that will be different, but I am going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to shake the bag, because you know what's life if we don't shake the bag up a little bit. So yeah, so they're the little announcements, and they're the little bits and bobs I wanted to tell you. I'm sending you all a little bit of love. I'm hoping everyone's doing really, really well. November, it's kind of eclipse season, so we've got kind of a lot going on. It means often in eclipse season that there's lots of changes happening, and there's lots of high frequency energy around, but it also means that some of the things that you thought may be taking place may not come to pass. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in the readings, if it comes up, you know, universe, angels willing, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so I'm going to go into the readings. We'll start with today's. Now, I've got a really, really weird set of cards for the today's. Now, the reason I'm using this particular set, I'm going to show you which one it is. It's the little Moomin snap card game. The reason I'm using it is to kind of illustrate how we readers and divination isn't about the cards. It's about a connection to an intuitive outside source, or, well, not outside, I'd say it's inside source, actually, an inner part of you, right? And so it doesn't matter what you use, and you actually don't even need these things. They're just tools. They're tools to help you to have, I said it before, I can't remember if I said it in one of our lives, but I said it in one of my videos that I did. And I said that what it was it kind of gives you subtitles to work with, to help people along. So sometimes, like even when I do like readings for clients, I will use them. Often I don't use them. It's just the feeling I get on the day of the reading and how I feel it needs to go for them. So yeah, so let's get our card for the 2nd of November for today. Now, as I've said before, or last month actually, all the readings that I get for the month or for the whole month, they're not just for like today. So I'm doing this reading for today, right? But it isn't just for today. It's for the whole of the month. So it's kind of like a theme that goes through the month, that builds up a picture of what we need to be looking at, working on, and kind of action steps that we need to take in order to move ourselves forward. So, oh wow, I got 3 cards, but luckily 2 of them are pictures. I really like them, actually. So the first card that we got with the Moomins was Some Fun at Last, right? And then we've got someone kind of having a really lovely time lazing around in the sun, I imagine, with the little blanket over them. Maybe it's a little bit cold because there's a blanket over them. And then we've got 2 people together, sitting together. You know what I'm getting here? For this week, it's time to get some fun in. Do something that really, really like liberates you and that you enjoy. Take a moment to spend time with your friends. Connect to those that you need to connect to. Maybe your life's been a little bit go, go, go for a while, and you've not been connecting to the people in your life as much as you need to be. This is saying that maybe someone needs your ear. Someone needs you to help them by listening in, hearing what they need, and giving them some solace and somebody to talk to, somebody to be in love and guidance with, right? So yeah, so you know, just tap in to meeting up with people, arrange things, organize things. But also I'm seeing a sense of solitary time as well. So it's kind of give yourself me time and we time. Take a time to be with both energies of that. So you're gonna get some fun in. Fun is important. It's Moomin Papa. I don't know if you know anything about the Moomins. It's by Tove Jansson. You can look it up. They do books, animations. There was even a Moomin Land festival, I don't know, exhibition in London. I was going to go and see it, but I missed it actually. But yeah, you're looking for fun. Your mind, your body, your soul. I'm kind of getting the energy of, for some of you, those listening now or in the replay, that maybe you've felt a little bit disconnected and maybe you haven't had that time to yourself and you've been working too hard. And because of that working element, you've been giving too much of yourself. So you've not really been in the energetic frequency of, of connecting to people, of having fun, of doing things that bring you joy. Now, it's quite interesting that that's come up actually. And the reason I say it is because when I was talking to my other half a little while recently, we realised one of the major things that was happening with the both of us was that we weren't getting enough fun in. And because we weren't getting enough fun in our lives, it was really, really hindering our progress in our connection. So that's another thing I would suggest. Get that fun in. Sorry, I was just checking my phone. So get that fun in so that you feel that you can take space and time. You can have time for other people and just give yourself that fun. And I love that it's a beautiful sort of orangey yellow card because that's kind of sunshiny and it's joy and it brings in that aspect of loving connection to yourself and to others. So bring that fun into your life, bring in joy. Yeah, this is joy consciousness. The other thing I want to say actually about the word fun and the word joy as well is that if we live our lives with joy, we feel a little bit more connected in all spaces, in all directions of time, right? So I would say that would be something that maybe is really kind of key for this week to moving into that real, true aspect of being connected to others and to be connected to what it is you need. Maybe you do need some time out. Maybe you need some time for reflection and space. So yeah, so that's that one. So the next one I'm doing is for the 9th of November, and I'm going to be doing the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen at Virtue. So like I say, when we go forward, I'm not going to be doing as many cards. So it's going to be a bit different because I have one set of cards. I went up with different kinds of readings, but I was trying to think of a way to make it a little bit more interesting. Also, as I say, I won't be always doing them on a Wednesday. It'll always be one a month, and sometimes there might even be two. But I'm going to kind of really change it up a little bit and kind of offer a little bit more, and also these will be put into a blog so you can read the readings if you want. I want to be a bit more sort of like DDA friendly, so that everybody can have, the access to these things, because not all people will be able to be here and be live and watching them. So yeah, so this one's for the 9th of November. So let's see what we get. Let's see what the angels want to give us for the 9th. Ooh, that one came out nice and beautifully, didn't it? I love my jumpers. I get jumper cards all of the time. I love them. They're so good because it means that I'm not in any way kind of affecting the card that we're going to get. So I think that's quite important when we do these readings. Ooh, this is a really beautiful card. It's called Counselor. It's the Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counsellor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So if you've been thinking about maybe a career path, those watching now are in the replay, and it may not apply to everyone. Remember, with these readings that I do for every single person, they're not necessarily going to apply to every single person. So take what resonates and drop what doesn't, okay? Because hang on, bear with me a moment, I've just got to change something. There we go. So yeah, so take what resonates and drop what doesn't. But for those of you this applies to, you've got some kind of counselling element with you, advice giving element with you, caregiving element within you, and you're being asked to be willing to come out into the open and shine that light. Now, what I'm seeing actually, and what they're saying is that many of you are struggling with that energetic frequency that you encompass. You're struggling to bring that through because you kind of have this message within us, who am I to tell other people kind of what to do? Who am I to be the advice giver? what I'm getting on a high frequency is that it's really definitely for you. I've got 12:22 on the clock here, so that's things coming together, right? So it is right for you. It's right for you to move into that. Also, the other thing I'd like to say is that for some of you, this is higher leveled, actually. It's almost like you're thinking about training to be a counsellor, you're thinking of training to move into that sort of thing, but you've actually held yourself back. This is affirmation from the angels that yes, it's time that you did it now, rather than waiting for, I'm not sure what you're waiting for, because it seems like you're waiting for a day when it's right for you to be doing it. No, this is the time. It's time for you now. Be there for others. Be willing to be there for others. Also, I'm also getting, they're also saying, although this is the energy of the counsellor, some of you may need to speak to someone yourselves. So do step into that. If you do need to get advice, if you do need someone to help you, step into that energetic frequency and allow yourself to be helped. Because what it is, what I'm sort of getting is that for some of you, it's like, you know, you want that help, but you don't really feel that you can step up and take it. If you don't go and take that step, what's going to happen from here is that you're not going to be able to move yourself forward in the way that you want to, right? So it's for those of you who feel the inclination to move forward and help people to do that, so those of you who want to train to do that, and for those of you who feel that you maybe need a little bit of someone to listen to you, to maybe get a little session. Look, at the end of the day, with counselling and with therapy and things like that, you don't have to go weekly. I know counsellors say this, you don't have to go weekly, okay? They're not going to like me for saying this, but it's true. If you want a one-off session, take it, get those things out of your head, and with someone else. They then go off and take it to someone else, and it just goes on. I don't know what the last person does with the information. Maybe by that point it's so far removed it doesn't affect them. But yeah, do that. Find that space for that and open yourself to that. Remember that the readings are for the whole month. They're not just for the 9th. This one's not just for the 9th of November. Even if you're watching it now or in the replay, it's for whenever you hear the message. It's calling upon you to get this thing sorted. So we're going to go now on to the 16th of November. And I've been a bit brave today because I've decided to use these cards. You guys, those of you who watch me and have seen my lives know that these cards have taken a long time for me to warm to them, right? I struggled with them quite a lot. Now, I will do an intuitive on this, and I will also check the reading on this because they've got very long messages and very deep messages as well, so we wouldn't want to miss that. So yeah, I'm going to get a card. This one's for the 16th of November. So they are a beautiful set of cards. I don't know what it was that really put me off when I first got them. I think it's because they had people's faces on them, and I was like, I don't really like real people to be in the energy. So yeah, so it's, ooh, there we go. Ooh, beautiful. So we've got the Divine Creation card. See, it's number 12. And it says acceptance, personal commitments, and euphoria. So you're being asked to move into your own commitments, your own creativity. What are you putting on the wayside, or what haven't you stepped up to creative-wise? What within you have you said no to? Because I'm getting the idea here that your commitment, you have to accept that sometimes we need to commit to things. In the energy of this card, what I'm seeing is that for some of us, in fact, I think I'm included here in this one, we struggle to give ourselves fully to a creative project or something that we want to do. Also, we fail to accept that when we were good enough to do that thing, and therefore we're unable to commit ourselves to the action of the creative gift that's being offered to us, right? So what I'm getting here is that you're only going to feel that joy, that abundance, that euphoria if you say to yourself, yes, I accept that this is what I would like to do, this is what I'd like to bring into my life, and you really make it happen in your life, right? And then that's going to open the door to this beautiful euphoria, this beautiful connection to all that is. You see, at the end of the day, we are creative beings. I know often people say things like, oh, well, you know, there's the science side, the mathematical side, you know, we need to be moving more towards that. Well, something I want to say, and it's something I think that people kind of forget. Mathematics, numeracy, literacy is different, obviously, because it's more on the side of English and doing creative literature studies. But things like engineering and, you know, and even sort of carpentry and stuff, they have creativity in them. Even Mathematics and science has creativity in it. We cannot say there's no such thing as creativity. If we lose the efforting from what that looks like and move into that love of what creativity is, then what happens is the two can amalgamate, they can come together, and you can see, because what was it, the Fibonacci sequence is in everything, right? And the Fibonacci sequence applies to plants, and they're beautiful and they're creative, like think of flowers, right? But that's mathematical too. And there you see the two fused together. I think a lot of times on Earth and in life and in humanity, we spend a lot of our time kind of trying to pigeonhole and box things and say, this is science, this is creativity. Well, no, everything kind of fuses together, because if you're a person who has creativity and science, then you are one of the same thing. You're not a box of different things, are you? You're one and the same thing. Now, I'm going to have a little look and see what the card says, because they give a message about the master that governs the creative element. So with this one, it's the divine creation is governed by the master goddess Isis. Her aura can resurrect your spirit into life filled with more love. She assists you with releasing guilt around self-acceptance and the things you can do. The magic of her presence will automatically uplift and protect those who seek her wisdom. Now, what they're saying is that the affirmation for this is, I'm safe sharing my vulnerability with others. And often that's true with creativity, isn't it? We feel that we can't share our vulnerability, and that is how we end up not doing it right. So be brave, step into that and connect into that, because the creative element is there for you, it's open to you. And also, the thing is, I was watching a training with Mike Dooley. He's a Hay House author, and he said that if you don't give in to what may seem like a sucky step, so you may not think that it's going to take you anywhere, you may not end up in the revelation of the gift that was going to come from it. They are not Mike Dooley's words, they are definitely mine. But what Mike was saying, Mike's a little bit more down to earth, but he was saying, give in to your inner callings, give in to your creative aspects and let them be, let them happen, allow them to be. Because I think for a lot of us, we struggle with our inner creativity because we want it to be just so. Well, creativity is meant to be a bit messy. Think of painting. I used to be a primary school teacher, right? And the children, they were the little ones, right? And they would just throw paint at things. They had a wild abandon. They didn't have that kind of inculcation yet what stopped them to freely express themselves. And that expression of self is really important, especially in the creative element. And that doesn't matter whether it's mathematical, scientific, artistic, it doesn't, dance, music orientated, it doesn't matter which one it's in. Creativity needs that deep expression in order to really find itself. So the next one we've got is for the I think it's the 23rd of November, but I can't really read my writing. So I think it's that one, but it's the Wednesday. And like I say, as I say, with all the cards, they're for the whole month. But this one's for the 23rd. And what I've got for this one, I've closed the box, you can't see. Hang on, bear with me a moment. I'm having a moment. But yeah, I've got the Rebecca Campbell Starseed Oracle cards for this one. I like her cards. I like these ones especially. These are actually my favourite. The other one, I think it's her Light Oracle. I'm not a big fan of the book, the guidebook. I think the guidebook's like a real it's really dodgy. You can't find the cards. So yeah, you got a lot of cards. Oh, actually I can't do that many, my lovelies. I'm gonna have to do it again because it gave me 4 cards. So I would have done 3, but I'm not doing 4. So this one's for the 23rd of November. Okay, I'm gonna take those 2 there. So we've got 2 cards that have flown out, and we've got, I love these. These are lovely cards. So for the 23rd of November, we've got You're Not For Everyone. We've had this card before, so some of you watching now in the replay may have seen this card. It says, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. And then the next one is Star Bathing, Light Body, Crystal Grid, Transmission, Activation. It's a beautiful card as well. I'm going to read them as the angels give them to me, not necessarily as Rebecca Campbell says they are. This particular one's pretty self-explanatory. Look, sometimes in life we meet people and we really want to get on with them, we really want our energy and to be with them, or you meet someone and they seem to take offense to you. It doesn't matter what you do, they don't seem to like you. The bottom line here is everybody cannot be your friend. Everybody is not going to be in resonance with you. Everybody is not going to be able to have the frequency you have. We all resonate at a different energetic frequency. So when you meet someone, if their frequency is different to yours, you will not gel with them. It doesn't matter how hard you try, you will not gel with them. Now, sometimes due to the fact that we sometimes play heroes and villains within each other's lives in relationship, and I mean with siblings, with friends, with our intimate partners, with co-workers, sometimes you will find that there's a kind of friction of discomfort in a relationship, but you still want it, and that's good because that's for your higher good. That's there for a specific reason to bring you into a higher space. However, for some relationships, they just don't work and they just don't stick. And you might ask yourself why. Well, especially if you meet someone that you really like, you might think, oh, why didn't that work? I would have loved to have kept that person in my life. I would have loved to have had a friendship with them. Yet they don't want it. So that is just to trust to know. Also, you may also feel that you're different to others. Many of us do. Many of us are undiagnosed conditions and things like that. Some of us have ADD, we don't realise it. Some of us have dyslexia, we don't realise it. Some of us have conditions as well that haven't ever been diagnosed from the older certain generations. If you're one of those, you may find that you just don't fit in with other people, and that's okay. It's okay not to fit in. It's okay to recognise that you are not for everyone. Okay, you're not for everyone. Now, what this then brings us down to is how you face your true north. Many of us struggle to face our true north, and we want to please others, and we want to be in the energy of others, we want to be liked by others. Yet the angels say often, and more often than not actually, if we do this, we can't face our true north. We won't be going the right way. We won't be going the right direction. We'll be trying things that are not for us. We'll find that life doesn't work the way we'd like it to because we're stuck in a sticking space, right? So for this month, I'd say for the whole month, remember that you're not for everybody. You're just not. Also, an interesting fact actually is while I'm thinking about it, because we're in eclipse season as well, we're in a kind of energetic frequency of change, and this change is the kind of, it's like the boot, just like the kicking boot that's kicking things out of your life that you no longer need. So you might find that in the energetic frequency of the October-November eclipse and the total lunar eclipse on the 8th of November, that you feel that energy of wanting to push things out of your life and get rid of things that no longer work for you, and clear things that are in your space that don't work for you, and that would be right. Also to know that with the eclipses, they last about 3 to 6 months, so the energy of this will not be gone for a while, so to tap into that as well. The next card we have is the Star Bathing card. I like this card. Hello, Tracy. Lovely to see you. Good morning, darling. So with this card, we've got the energy of connecting to the earth. This is connecting to Mother Gaia. I like to see this star activation card as laying on the ground. If it's not wet and muddy, of course. Then maybe you could lay something down on there like a waterproof sheet or a blanket on that, and lay out there in the night and look up at the stars and allow the stars to infiltrate your system. When we allow the stars to activate our body system, we are able to upgrade our vibrational frequency, which is interesting, isn't it? When I was talking about how we're not always resonating at the same frequency as every single person we meet, and we're not for everyone, right? So this is maybe saying to you that tap into your own frequency, recognize who you are, and also recognize who's for you. So you could go outside and bathe. You don't have to go outside. Okay, the angels are laughing because I say go outside and they're saying for some of you it's really cold. So what I would say is, okay, if it's cold, sit in a room where you can look out at the stars and allow yourself to allow those stars to bring you messages. They will actually be able to connect with you. If you connect with your heart to the stars, they can connect to you. And Tracy, what was it? Would love to know if there's anything else I can do to help. Oh, your dog. I will do a reading for you, sweetie, at the end, okay? I will do the readings at the end. So let that beautiful energy of the stars come in to your frequency. Let them be there with you. In fact, Tracy, I'm getting this. Allow your dog to just rest. Yeah, just let your dog rest. And yeah. And so the stars are going to help to uplift the frequency for you and bring in a transmission. They will bring you a transmission. Now, all of Earth, including the skies, are connected to a grid, right? We have a grid system. When you connect to star transmission and star system, you bring that energetic frequency of messengers and coding in you. Now, it's often something that we struggle with as human beings because we use language. The energetic frequency works differently. It has a different language, okay? A different language to ours. And that language works on a different level. It's feeling based. You'll feel it in your emotions. You won't be able to express it with words. So when you do this activity and allow yourself to connect into the stars, what they'll do is they'll help you to be able to understand who you're for and who you're not for. They're going to bring that energy in for you. But yeah, give yourself a moment for that, even if it's just looking at the stars. I found people do like astronomy, don't they? So you could get if you really want to do it, you could get a telescope and you could look up at the stars and ask them to bring you wisdom. You'll feel, sense, taste, see, or hear that wisdom. You'll know it somehow. It will show itself up in your life. You may not even realise it's from the actual stars, because how this works, how these resonant frequencies work, like if you're working with Gaia, you work with the angels, if you're working with the stars, is that they bring you messages, not exactly always in the moment of connection. Sometimes the messages come later. Just trust that if you do the action, you will be given some kind of wisdom that will help you move yourself forward, right? Okay, so we've got a final ones, 5 this week. We've got 5. So we've got the oh no, it's not the Archangel, it's the Angel Therapy Oracle cards with Doreen Virtue. In fact, I'm going to do these ones for you, Tracy, because they're about what you can do if there's something going on with a soul. So I'll do this for you after when I've done this reading for the 30th. So we can just have a card for the 30th. So the 30th of November. They came out pretty quickly, didn't they? I love them when they come out fast, because then I don't end up with like loads and loads of cards all around me. This is really interesting that we've got the base chakra card come up. The base chakra is the root chakra. It's one right at the base of your spine. Its colour is red. It says choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career and finances, as your words are going to determine your outcome. Now this is really interesting, because the fact is that many of us at the moment need to be connecting into Mother Earth, and many of us are not. And I think it's really interesting that we got the star activation card before, actually, because this is saying, please connect to Earth. Yes, the stars are up in the heavens, and we tend to think of that as transcendence. Yet it's still part of our Earth system because we can see them, right? They're within our eye, we can see them. But this is about connection to all that is, and it's about connection to our soul selves, right? Many of us struggle, especially spiritual type people, we struggle with connecting to earth energy because it's very, very dense. So we want that lightness of outside of ourselves. Yet this month, for the 30th of November, we're being asked to really think about how we're approaching our lives. We're saying about our thoughts, our home and career and finances. And the reason they're mentioning thoughts around our home, our career and finances is because they're our stability. The root chakra is always honed into stability. It's always honed into connection, security, safety, all right? Now, what I'm getting here is that for those watching now or in the replay, it's about needing that sense of safety. It's about creating that foundation. Maybe you're not feeling that safe where you're living, where you are, maybe in your work. There's something unsafe in your intimate relationship. Something is making you feel unhappy and unsafe. You're being asked to ground in and call upon the Gaia energy and the energy of the Earth Devas to help you to lift yourself out of that frequency so that you can connect in. But it also is asking you to work on this energy. I'm also getting the energy of red, and the angels are really pointing the energy of red out to me. It's really funny, actually. It's got a pot plant over there, and it's a bright red pot, and they keep pointing it to me like red, and the red on my screen, because the live comes up in red. They're saying to hone into the energy of red. Red's a really interesting frequency because where it can meet with anger, it can also meet with strength. So they're asking me to say, can you bring that red energy into the energy of strength? I'm getting the energy, frequency, and the message that's, for some of you, it's actually kind of tipping into irritation, and maybe not so much anger, but irritation, and that kind of, I see red a bit, message, yeah? So you're being asked to kind of move that into the more loving aspect of the energy red, a more gentle frequency of the energy red, and the strength energy of the frequency red. Ooh, and they're also saying, this bit is quite interesting, they're saying, be careful of how you're measuring what you feel is secure and safe for you. Because sometimes we are more secure and safe than we realise we are, but we just want more than that. But also they're saying, if you are feeling, see, I feel like I'm crying now because I'm wiping my eyes. There's a bit of sadness around this for some of you, I'm thinking. But if you are feeling you need to let go of something, be brave, give yourself the time, connect into your body system, listen to your heart, and ask yourself what it is. And that's part of the strength of the resonant frequency of the red. Listening to your heart. If something has to go or change, it has to go and it has to change. All right. So I'm going to do the end of month card before I do the readings. Because otherwise I will forget. Okay, Tracy, just so you know, darling. I will always forget to do these end of month readings if I don't do them first. So, yeah. So I'm going to get... what I do is I get a card from the Journey of Love deck for this month, okay? And what I do is I get one card and I read it out. I actually read this one out. So what it does is it closes down the session for the whole month, and it gives us... sorry about the noise I'm making. I'm very noisy today. I am sorry. I don't know why I'm making so much noise. But yeah. Ooh. How many did they give me? No. They're being really cheeky today. They gave me 4 cards. It's like, it's 4. I'm not doing 4. I'm certainly not reading 4 out. There we go. I've got 1. Oh, this is beautiful. So this is the card for the whole of the month of November. It kind of brings everything in together. I'm going to show you it in a moment. I'm just finding it. So it's called Man of the Earth, Woman of the Sky. It's a really beautiful card. I love it. You know, when I hold these cards up, the angels are saying to me to advise, if you meditate on the card, you'll get your own message as well. Yeah, because that's how this works, right? Messages come through symbols, and they're saying to me to say as well that, you know, how the other language, you know, I was saying there's another language, how the earth communicates with us, how the stars communicate with us, how the energies of angels and devas and nature spirits communicate with us. They communicate in symbology and in imagery. Okay, they don't communicate in words. We're always looking for words and we say, oh, but I don't know if it's right, because we don't understand the symbols, because they work in symbols. And the best thing I would say is, if you do sense or get something from this and you see a symbol in this, look up what the symbolism is. Spiritual symbolism is, say you're seeing the sun in that or the moon in that, look that up. Say you're seeing that beautiful, beautiful sort of like a cape, but it's a beautiful sort of magenta cape. Look that up. Look up the colours, look up the frequency, look up what you feel, okay? I'm not going to be able to hold it up anymore because I'm going to do the reading from the cards. But yeah, let's see what this wants to tell us. So, I see myself in you and you in me. We may seem to be so different, and sometimes yet so similar. Even beyond this, I know deep within that we are one. I can lose myself in your light and receive your light with my body. I can witness the darkness of your shadow and enter into it with my compassion. I can find the divine in our connection. Letting go of what I thought I was, I can be broken apart to be as one with you, even if only for a second, and to know the divine more intimately than ever before. Our passion leads us to each other, and in each other we find our true selves. This oracle brings you a message of sacred relationship that leads to a divine understanding and experience. You're being opened up to sacred relationship, either in a current relationship or one that is on its way to you now. In human relationship and in divine relationship with the heavenly beloved. These are so long. These messages are really long. Know you are worthy of it, and keep a light of gentle hope and respect kindling in your heart. as you anticipate the reunion with your beloved. Know that even when it's dark, when it challenges you, there is sacredness unfolding. The love of the divine wants to reach us not only in our happiness, but also, perhaps more so, in our darkest hour. Let it reach for you through your relatedness to another, and do not be afraid to be broken and opened. But in that cracking of what you thought you were, you shall begin to know what you are, which is heaven on earth. It's a beautiful poem, and I'm going to read it. Normally I don't read the poems, but sometimes I do. I'm going to read it today. I feel it's something that you need to have. How rare to be born with a name of love. What challenges await that I must face? Or voice to listen to from above, telling me that I must embrace. Each day I walk a path unknown, with no regrets for where I've been. Each experience is mine own. No choices, call to live again. How strong I am, I ask myself. The measured tests unfold each day. A blessing of enormous wealth inside the gift will always lay. It's so beautiful because we have the card about connection and about how you're not for everyone and how relationship is. We also have the cards at the beginning with the Moomins, where it said, you know, connect to yourself, connect to others. And I'm getting this energy frequency that love is coming through. And also, what did I say with the base chakra? Connecting to your heart, connecting to your strength. This is your loving aspect. This is who you are. This is connecting to what you are. Yeah, Tracy, it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a beautiful one. Sometimes they're not so beautiful, but that one's a really lovely one. Stay tuned if you want to pick a card, because the pick a card readings are so much fun. So I do 3 cards, and they are messages for you. And you can pick all 3 if you want, or you can pick 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to get 3 cards for the pick a card reading, and these are individualized readings for you that are for you right now, where you are in your space in time, right? So this is a card for everybody, for now, whether watching now or in the replay of a pick a card. So, whoa, they're flying everywhere. So I have 3 cards for the pick a card reading, and they have come from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen. Oh, Cindy's already got hers. I haven't even said them yet. Cindy's got 2. Okay, so is it going to be card 1, card 2, or card 3? I'm going to say it again. Is it going to be card 1, card 2, or card 3? I'll do it again as card A, card B, or card C. Just really listening. One of them's going to be more brighter than the other. Or as I say, you might want all of them. Or you may, Tracy wants 3. So card A, card B, or card C. I'm just going to give you a moment. Have a little moment. Maybe just tap in which card's for you. Oh, I've got mine. It's funny how we resonate with them. You guys have resonated with numbers, and I resonated with the A, B, C. And Kim's got 2, and Tracy's got C. Ooh, right, here we go. So card 1 or card A, and you're all really welcome, Adinone, because I didn't say thank you for your little message. Card 1 or card A is clear cognizance with Archangel Uriel, and Gadahele's got B. See, it's interesting, isn't it? How we, it's so interesting how, oh, do you, Cindy? That's so cool. Put down what it is then. But yeah, it's interesting how we all resonated with, like, some resonated with numbers and some resonated with letters, because I resonated with letters. But yeah, so the Archangel Uriel's here to say to you, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. This is really interesting for those of you who picked 1 or A, because we've been talking all the way through this reading about things like where you're wanting to go to, how you can uplift yourself, and all in the readings that I've done, pick a cards with people, we've been talking about purpose. So this is about you calling upon the Archangel Uriel. Uriel can help to move stuff out of our way. Uriel's great, the brilliant archangel that can move stuff out of our way so that we are not in our way. Because often we do stand in our own way, especially spiritually, because it's such a tough thing, isn't it? It's such a tough ride to be on this spiritual trek, and we're constantly being tested and we're being asked to do different things, and they're not always things that we want to do. But Uriel can come along and make it easier for us. Archangel Uriel is amazing for that. We'll just shift everything out of the way, move blockades. And if you're, oh, excuse me, sorry, that's my alarm. But if you're into sort of other kind of religions, in Hinduism, Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. You can connect into Ganesh as well. And there's also Kali, if it's kind of on a strong level, Kali Ma can also do that. So to tap into those. Now, also pay attention. I was talking about symbology. I was talking about it to those of you who I did the readings for. And I spoke about it a bit in the live. Check in with the impressions that you're getting, the thoughts you're getting, the ideas you're getting, and really give yourself space to tap into those. Because what I'm feeling is really funny, because the angels are saying many of us are really reticent to hear the call of our soul. That is your soul calling you, even if you think it's nonsensical. And as I think I explained, I said I watched a Mike Dooley video. He's a Hay House author, and he said even if it seems like a sucky path, still follow it because it may take you somewhere you didn't know. He said he thought, oh, why do I want to write these stupid newsletters? Because he was writing these newsletters, right? And he said, I didn't want to write these newsletters. But he said it was the newsletters that got him to where he is now in his life. Maybe it's something you don't particularly like. Like for me, I do these new moon and full moon reports. And I think, why am I doing these? But the angels are like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm learning the astrology as I go. So it's not even like I'm an astrologer. But they're saying, no, keep going. You're going to learn about it. Actually, funnily enough, star activation. If any of you get something from that, what I just said about astrology and star activation, do take it. Because for some of you, there will be some of that for you too. Maybe you need to move into something new, something big. Yes. Just like Cindy says, something big, and following the signs. Because for you, those of you who picked card A or 1, or even just watching, there is something coming up. There is a messenger being given to you. You have to listen. You have to see. Be awake. Even if you see a little spider, look up what the symbology of spiders are. If a bee keeps flying towards you, come on, if a bee keeps flying towards you, it's a message. Look it up. Find out what it means. First, tap into what it means for you, and then look up the other people's symbology on Google and Google search it. But don't do that first. Do that after. Okay. Now, this is for those of you who picked. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I love you too. This is for those of you who put B or 2. Beloved one. Oh, this is beautiful. It's the Archangel Chamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. This is lovely. Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't even want to say anything because I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Archangel Chamuel is beautiful angel, the angel of love. Archangel Chamuel brings in this beautiful pink energy. Even though they've got min gold here, like gold and yellow, I see Chamuel in this beautiful pink light energy. And Chamuel brings in relationship that is harmonious. Now, if you're in a relationship at the moment or not in a relationship at the moment, this is the energy of a frequency of a harmonious relationship coming into your life now. And even if you're in a relationship, it's how this relationship that you're in, I can't speak because it's probably me too, but this relationship they're in is going to be uplifted to a harmonious element. You see, relationships can be tricky and they can be hard and they can be harsh because we learn from them, especially intimate ones, right? Soulmate relationships. This card is saying to you that you can tap into the loving frequency of relationship, and also that Chamuel is now going to help you to uplift that relationship. So if any of you have been having a tricky time, this is the answer to your prayers. It's going to get better. Now, if it wasn't that you're having a tricky time, if it's just that you're in a relationship or you want a relationship, then both of those things are going to come to pass. So you're going to meet someone new. If you're alone, you're going to meet someone and you're not looking for someone, you're not looking for an ideal partner. It's going to be someone you least expect it to be. They're going to be brought through to you. And you may not even know it's love until later on with this particular energetic frequency. Now, those of you who are happy in relationship, this is that Chamuel is coming in to make it even brighter and beautiful and abundant. There's abundance in this. I see sunshine in this. I see light in this. There is light in relationship. There's nothing that can go wrong here because Chamuel can help you. Tap into the energy of Chamuel. So just say, I tap into the loving energy of Chamuel. I call upon assistance. I ask for that loving frequency to be in all my relationships. Because when our relationships are in loving energy, then we're not judging. We're not being opinionated, and we're being in love. And that's what this is for you. Those of you who pick card 2 or card B, love is there for you. Just give the angels the permission, and God, source, and energetic source, whatever you believe in, universe, angels, higher frequency, upper modality beings, whatever. They will come in and they will help you to make this better. Beautiful card. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, for those of you who picked card, it doesn't have to be a partner, no, Cindy. It's just love. It's the energy of love. So it's the energy of like tapping into the love within you. And actually, interestingly, because I just did your reading for you, yours would be about love for yourself, because it's about making sure that you protect your sensitivity, and that is very deep love. And Shamuel can definitely help you with that. Now, for those of you who picked C or 3, and this is my card, it's creative writing with the Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your I can't speak. I need to work on my throat chakra. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. Who here has been called to share their voice? You know, sharing your voice is a really interesting one. I always used to think of it as, and creative writing, it says it there, right, in big writing, right, but I always used to think of it as speaking like this. You know, I'm sharing my voice. This is my voice. No. It's not just your voice. It's writing too. It's thoughts. It's journaling. It's making a notation. You know, when I said earlier, I said how to get the symbology and messages from the angels. You just take a word. You might write faith down, and then the next day they might give you another word, and it will bring a story through to you. I can't speak. I need to work on my throat chakra with you. Who was it? Like, Kim, wasn't it? Me and Kim need to work on our throat chakras. But yeah, so I'm going to pause just for 2 seconds just to get my breath back. Yes, right. I'm laughing now because I'm going crazy. And I've been on longer than I should as well. It's probably why my voice is going. I need to get a drink. But yeah, make time to bring yourself into the deep energy of your writing. Now, what I would say actually, and it's quite interesting, and it's not even me saying this is definitely the angels. The angels are saying all of us here now watching this, or now in the replay, you're being called to write some thoughts down, write some ideas down, write some things down that you need to bring up in your life, right? Now you're being asked to really kind of bring your energy into being willing to put pen to paper, because when we put pen to paper, we kind of breed action and clarity. We get clarity out of that. So like for some of you, this is just a starting hurdle. It was not a hurdle. I don't know why I said hurdle. I said hurdle because obviously for me, yeah, as you hear, my voice being like it is, I always find shining quite a hurdle. This is about shining. So if you look at that card, this is about shining, yeah? It's about being your full self and showing the world your true self and not hiding that true self, right? So, and that's why my voice has got more clear now, because I'm like, yes, I'm not going to hide my true self. I'm going to stop pretending. And it's about being honest. Sorry, my tummy's rumbling because I'm hungry. It's lunchtime here. It's like 1:25 in the afternoon. Oh wow, Kim, that's amazing. Yep, get on with it. You're meant to be doing it for sure. 100%, like 100%, definitely. I'm doing one at the moment too, and I've been flagging at it. I've been finding it really, really hard. So if you're finding your writing hard, look, start small. What I'm getting, the angel's saying start small, right? Start small. Give yourself time to just gently move through it. Give yourself, even if it's just like giving yourself 30 minutes a day to that thing, yeah? Get into it. Yeah, Kim, last Christmas. We're coming up for this Christmas. So yeah, it's time. So start with journaling. Start with writing your thoughts down. Then move into penning a blog, maybe. Maybe a blog? You're all spiritual beings here, right? It's something you need to share. Or if not, maybe you're being asked to write something out that you're sharing with your friends or your relatives. And then maybe some of you have a book in you. Maybe, right? Or a story. Maybe it's short stories. Remember, we learn a lot through story, through legend and fairy tale and folklore. I'm currently reading Women Who Run with Wolves, and she's using story in that to kind of really drill down into the woman's psyche. So you can find, wow, you've been thinking about writing, oh, Tracy, that's amazing. I've been thinking about writing about mine and my dog's journey through this tough time. Go for it, Tracy, do it. This is a sign for us all of us here, to get pens to paper. Now, I'm going to be brave because I've been really reticent, really like procrastinating on my book. But my book is coming out soon, and it is going to come out. I am going to do it, and I'm going to share it with all of you. It's a book with the angels, and it will help you to connect into the angels. So when I do get it out, do keep posted on my page so you know when it's coming, so you can connect to it. And I'm going to give a gift to those who buy it first, where they can have a 15-minute live Zoom session just with me, where we connect into the angels together, and I bring in the frequency of love for you. But yeah, so see, oh my goodness, they've made me say that to you guys now, so I'm going to have to do it. I've been so shy about that book. I've had that book written and ready since last year, and I've been unable to send it out. So for those of you who've got a creative writing, we've all got creative writing element anyway, right? All of us are able to do this. Share with yourself first. Start there if you're a little bit reticent, right? And then start writing. Always remember, you're always writing for you. Always writing for you. And it was interesting because I brought Mike Dooley up, didn't I? He said, I'm writing these sucky newsletters. I said it. I think I said it in Paying Attention, didn't I, with the first card. So you might be writing something and you think, why am I writing this? Trust in your soul. Trust in your inner wisdom. If you're being called to put pen to paper and share your voice, then you're being called. And yeah, Tracy, write it. Just write the journey. Enjoy it. And, and also, Kim, go into a space where you're writing for love. Go into a space where you're sharing with yourself for love first, because that's when the best writing comes out. I mean, I won't be doing it today because it's really horrible and miserable outside, but I tend to go and write in nature. I love writing in nature and hearing the sounds of the leaves rustling with the wind, and now because it's autumnal here in UK where I am, the leaves are falling to the ground and they're bringing in this beautiful sound and frequency, and I use that to give me ideas of what I need to be writing. So yeah, thank you, Kim. I will do it. When I have to now, I've told you all, because I'd be so embarrassed if I don't. But I didn't give you a date, did I? So I can still be really, really cheeky. They're saying to me it needs to be done. They're saying I've got to stop being... I never wanted to shine, and you guys will really understand that. Because I was so sensitive and I didn't want to be hurt, and I never wanted to be shy, and I never wanted to do things like this. But the angels and the guides were saying, just do it, just go for it. And so for anyone who picked card C or 3, the angels are saying, just do it. It doesn't matter how you do it. Crikey, even if you're just writing, that's a really English word I just said there. So if you don't know it, I'm really sorry. But yes, but even if you're just writing a little memo in the morning on a board, I love you, everyone. To the family, or I love the beach too, Tracy, it's beautiful. But I don't have a beach near me, so I can't go there. But yeah, so even if you're just writing a little memo or you're writing little words to yourself. I got up one day and I'd been sleeping, and the first thing on my mind was these 3 words. Is it I am love, I am good, and I'm kind. And they were in my mind, and I have these little rainbow post-its, and I wrote it on there, and it's by my bed, right? Well, not in here, but it's by my bed, right? And it's like, I see it every day, these beautiful rainbow, and it's a rainbow of hope. So sometimes you'll find your writing takes you other places. Trust in it. I really have lots and lots and lots of hope, and I'm really like lots of luck for everyone here, and I really hope everyone does it, because I think that it's really something when we start getting creative, especially with the pen. We can express ourselves in ways that we didn't ever know before. So there you go, my lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me, all of you. Thank you so much. I can't remember all your names, so I'm not going to say everyone's name, so I'm just going to send you all so much love. Thank you so much. I'm sending you lots of love and healing here from the UK. For any of you who need it, I'm sending out heart love to all of you. So I'm just going to send that out to you right now, okay? All of my love, all of my care, all of my faith, all of my belief in you. I trust you. I believe in you. You can do it. You're here for a purpose. We're here to support, love, and care for each other. That's why we're here. We're not here to war, to fight, to discriminate. We're here to love. And in that chaos that is all around us, we can shine our lights, we can shine our love, and we can be the best us that we are. I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves. I'm sending you all big love. My stomach is rumbling. I have got to go and have my lunch. And I'm sending you big love. You're probably hearing my stomach rumbling. Take care of yourselves. Namaste. Hopefully you can join me next month. My next month one is the beginning of December. I can't remember what it is. If you look on my Self-Love Angel System page, it's got the date for it and the time for it as well. I'd love to have you join me there. In the future, from January onwards, I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. So stay in touch on the Self Love Self Care Angel System page. I'd love to have you follow me. If you're interested in doing that, I'd love that. Yeah, stay in touch, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Namaste, everyone. I'm sending you all mwah, kisses and big love. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to go now. Big love. Take care. Bye. Bye bye. Have a lovely rest of the week.